Sorry.
Sir, is that a what's the what's the brand?
Um,
Did you look like you're about to weed eat my lawn?
yeah, that's what I got it for. Go do some yard work.
I have one. I have one of those like SA or
Ooh.
whatever. Oh, there we go.
Anyone see this beautiful 5 minute evening star on both Spy and QQQ at the high?
I was already in it.
Let's
It was
go.
gap fill on NDX.
Let's go. Gotta love good evening stars at the top of uptrends. Nvidia's still looking good.
Well, we hit the gap fill on NDX perfectly, so I started shorting into that, and I trimmed 3/4 of it, about 40 points, and I have some runners here in case we can track down lower on NQ.
I wouldn't mind buying it off the 21 for a little scalp. That's
That
kind
could
of
have been the buy
already.
right there on
Yeah,
that little wick down just then.
anywhere in the 50s down to 40. Yeah, it already popped up to 80. Nah.
You came off the outer VWAP band and the pivot point on ES here. SPX is still in the gap, so you still have upside gap there. I waited 3 hours to get trade.
I swung over the weekend, so I haven't really done much at all.
Evan came on here talking about how many goals he was betting on this game to happen. It's 0-0. Second half just started. He's the ultimate fade, I swear. How did KC know to swing? I'll let him answer, and then I'll add some thoughts.
Amazon specifically. If you want to pull Amazon up on a daily chart, it's for me that was almost like a no-brainer for the swing for Amazon. So if you go to the daily chart, if you zoom out, look left, you're going to see there was two gaps to fill previously, and the main gap also looking at there's a giant green candle on Thursday, April 9th. And there's a gap right there that lines up around 233.59. We lined up perfectly with that. We filled the first gap downside on Tuesday, and then I wanted to see if we would catch a bounce. We did not. Wednesday, we sold even lower, so I waited for continued selling after that. to fill that gap from Thursday, April 9th to the 10th down there.
Just
Underneath
filled
that
us. I
34.
just heard a trim go off. Sorry, at 8:30.
No, you're
I
good.
just
This
took a
looks
small little trim.
like news or something because look at this. Look at these 2 5-minute candles on SPY. This is Wiki. I'm not sure if there's a headline coming out, but Amazon was daily gap fill after overextension downside for quite some time. Zoom out look left on the weekly as well. It was a really good spot. Microsoft was the exact same thing. Go to Microsoft on a daily. There was two gap fills below, 394.50. The next one took it down to 384.50. Microsoft daily. You look at Friday, it filled the gap, and then long bottom wick on it. Buyers present, pushing it back up. That was Microsoft's like 10th day red in a row. So it filled 2 gaps downside, 10 days in a row red. Buyers showed that they were present on Friday after that gap was filled. That was the other swing. Meta was just, it had a sell signal come in on June 5th, and then buyers stepped in on June 11th down there in the 560 area. All 3 of them caught good bounces off those support areas and back testing the daily EMAs today after the move up. So, except for Microsoft, I want to see Microsoft go to 405 today. It only went to like 401.50.
I'll also add, like, I don't know, in my brain, everything was set up for a move higher. I talked about it throughout last week, so swinging long on the risk reward side of things made a lot of sense to me to go with some of the daily setups you had. I think Frank was in Amazon calls as well.
He was indeed.
We looked at Microsoft. Me and Casey looked at Microsoft a couple times. This one, you had a gap fill right here to the left. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, there's a gap fill.
We called out both those positions on Friday for the swing when it happened.
Yeah, and then the way it closed, right there, daily hammer, and then there's just like a huge area on the chart that I have highlighted here, and we opened up, tested into that, and pushed higher. I'm down to just have 2 little guys left. And I've made some good money after sitting here doing nothing for the entire morning.
Yeah, I like Pepsi for call swings.
Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola.
Oh, dude, I want Cape Verde to score so bad. I love hearing you reset your mouse tapping it. I can like visually like I can visualize what you're doing by just hearing like click click, and then I hear like the mouse trying to scroll over.
I don't even hold on. Jeez.
I wasn't connected to my AirPods. I was connected to this microphone too. That's why.
It was so funny. I have one of my monitors playing soccer and this tablet. I have it on 2 different screens.
That's the only way to be trading and live streaming right now.
I'm more excited for the next game. Belgium and Egypt, I think, might be a good game.
That'll be good. You're welcome, Julie. I hope that helped. Yeah, just daily gaps that were filled to the downside after multiple days of selling. Risk reward was great there for longs if buyers stepped in, and they did. So swung. I doubled down on it too because I was actually long Amazon and Microsoft prior in my main account, and then Friday I went long the same contracts but at a cheaper price in the small account. So I kind of did a doobly. Amazon going squeeze, dude. I sold Amazon on the pop up this morning to like 247 to 247.70 is the daily level. It stalled perfectly, and it has been sideways for what 3.5 hours now in this 5-minute squeeze. I mean, daily perfectly off the 200, sitting on the daily 9. I'd like for it to go to 250 sooner rather than later. Microsoft 405. Meta I wanted to see go to 600, which it did. AMD made a new all-time high today?
Yep.
Dang. I didn't realize that. Good for AMD.
Oof. ASML made a new all-time high as well. That's a stock people are kind of sleeping on. It's expensive stock, but
Yeah, that one's
still doing well.
tough. to
MU
trade
gap
options.
filled as well, right at the high of day.
There's a lot of flow on those names today. SNDK as well. I haven't checked that one yet, but that one's had a lot of flow with MU.
Taiwan Semi still looks really good. Snowflake has a really tight consolidation here on the daily 9. HIM's 10% day. Wow. HIM still looks good. We talked about this one. Somebody brought it up in the chat that they were trying to long this one. I mean, it's right off this same trend line over and over. Pretty tight risk reward to get long on that. God, ARM is screaming higher. Bitcoin, this is your backtest spot. Dude, this keeper for Cabo Verde is the... Let's just say he's the truth. This would be a good spot to try to hold right there on NDX. Push back to the highs.
15-minute 9. Ooh. Poppy.
This is an interesting question. What would your advice be for someone who wants to do this in the long run, but doing it part-time with work now?
I think it's amazing. I think that's what everyone should do.
Yeah, I agree. The approach has to be different. I think you have to take way less trades. You have to look for only swing trades. You really shouldn't try to day trade. The reason I say that is mostly from experience, but what happens is if you have like a couple hour trading window, you try to trade your trading window while you're working. A lot of times you are forcing an opportunity that's not really there. Like your brain locks into, hey, I have an hour or 2 hours to take a trade, and the market doesn't care about when that is. I would definitely be trading swing trades. I would be buying a lot of time on contracts, trading off of your daily and 4-hour charts. You should be able to check in the morning, check in the afternoon, and be completely fine trading that way. What I used to do for a little bit was I went super early to my office every morning, And one, I was trying to get work done and get ahead of the day. But what I was also doing was I'd get there and I would chart, I would look at stuff pre-market, I would chart things out, I would look at trades that I wanted to take at the open for a swing. And I would keep things on watch and I'd just check in throughout the day. What didn't work was trying to day trade, set stop losses, all this stuff, and try to take short-term trades based off of my work schedule.
Yeah, swing trading will be easier.
Well, 70% of market moves happen overnight anyway.
Yeah. Swing trading will be easier doing it on the side. Now, I did a lot more day trading. I had swing trades on, but I did a lot more day trading. But what I did was when I got home from work late at night and I did my homework, I would pull up the charts and I would look at all the ones that, for me, I was still using the squeeze indicator at the time, going to the daily chart, looking at ones that were in daily squeezes, looking at ones that were oversold or overbought on your RSI, ones that were super overextended and hitting areas of resistance, or overextended to the downside and hitting areas of support, looking for that red shooting star at the high on the daily or that green hammer candle on the bottom, and then marking out all of the previous session, the previous days and weeks, highs and lows. When I would do that, I would set an alert on Webull on my chart. So I'm like, okay, like NVIDIA is in a daily squeeze right now, and it just got a green, daily hammer off, $150, right? 150 cycle after selling off for the last like 2 or 3 days. And the next morning I'd be like, okay, if it starts to break above and reclaim this spot, I want to see it continue and go to the next one. I'd have an alert set onto my chart right there. The second it would go off, I'd get the notification. And if I could get to my phone fast enough, if I saw the notification would ever come in, then I go look at the chart real quick, see what the market's doing. Is the market strong? Is the market weak? What's NVIDIA doing right now? What does it look like? Or that homework that I did the night before. And if I like to trade, I went ahead and entered into the trade. I knew the levels obviously above where I wanted it to go, and I had alerts set on there as well. You can also just do limit orders. If you buy them at $200, you're looking for 20% in and out. Put an order at 240, put a stop loss in, whatever it's based off of, percentage, level, break of structure, or money, whatever it is. But I used to do the homework prior and just have a bunch of alerts set on my chart. And I wouldn't do it on everything. I just pick a handful, like, maybe like 4 or 5 names that I'm interested in. And if I got to it in time, I got to it in time, and I'd hit that day trade real quick. Nothing crazy. I'd usually, spend about $400 or $500 each one, and I'd look to make like $100, $150 per trade, and that was it. And I just did that over and over.
Yeah, one of the biggest keys he said there was if he missed it, he missed it.
Yup.
Got a super chat here. Shout out to that. FRMI. I don't know anything about this. The first thing I'm going to tell you is this chart looks disgusting overall. There is a big base built at 550 area. It's currently at resistance. It does have slight structure change. The problem is this could be another bear flag, because over here you had a similar thing where you moved higher and then completed the move. I don't know anything about this company, Real Estate Investment Trust. I personally like real estate overall, but not stock market real estate stuff too much.
Do you have the daily? Do you have the squeeze indicator on that daily chart?
Not on that one, but I can do it over here.
If it's similar to mine, the daily squeeze fired upside already, and it's hitting back at that resistance. You'll see the red dots down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it was in a daily squeeze, 1, 2, 3, right? And then boom, it's gone. The red dots are gone. The compression fired, and it went upside, and now it's back at that previous resistance after the squeeze has already fired. So, I'd just be a little bit careful on it because the move kind of already happened. You'll see the volume that came in there as well when that daily squeeze fired after that huge green candle. So I wouldn't be looking to chase it up here. It's not good risk reward. You're at an SR flip zone right now at the 750 area.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. These
It's right across.
probably
Yep.
you probably draw a zone right here. Honestly, it'd probably be a little bit more clear to draw something like that right there. I'd say 730s to 8 is a resistance zone, just to be a little bit wider. This thing could keep going, but it does have decent buy volume the last few days. I think you need to look into the fundamental side of this a little bit more and understand like the real estate investment side of things. How do they make money? Actually, it doesn't look like they make money at all. I don't know. It's tough for me to want to look for things in a raging bull market that are down 79% since last year. But if there's a reason, some kind of catalyst or re-rating or something that's going to happen on this, it does look like I see what you're talking about. I mean, these big buy volume bars and way more. I mean, that could be accumulation. So. But yeah, if there's something that re-rates this higher, like I don't hate this base that it's built, and I don't hate seeing some of these huge volume bars. Looks like buying and accumulation. The accumulation really was happening down under $6. It looks like down here. Oh, Frosty Dog, I forgot you're in that gold short. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. Got through this congestion from pre-market. Got a little bit lower into, this consolidation back here. Good spot. Good trade. Really good trade. You called that out way back here. Pretty good move on gold there. Billy the Kid. So just from a chart perspective, it's not a terrible looking chart. It doesn't excite me, but it's not a terrible looking chart. If it has something catalyst wise or re-rating, I saw you say some stuff about the grid or something with Texas. If there's something that is going to bring in revenue or something that's going to cause, maybe people to rethink this and re-rate it higher, then yeah, I like it. I like it to try to, if it gets through this area, you clear $8, I think you go back to probably $9.5, $10 pretty quick. So, I've seen worse looking charts out there, but doesn't just get me super excited. But appreciate you. Shout out to the super chat there. I do see that accumulation argument though. Just in the price action there. Starting to look like a little 15-minute flaggy here. Flaggy. There's like 30 minutes or less. 2/3 of this game's gone. We haven't had a single goal because Evan tried to bet a bunch of goals on Spain. They're actually playing. I mean, they're playing super defensively, but they're really frustrating Spain here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Spain get a goal, but I would love for for Cape Verde to like catch them on a counterattack, just score a goal, and then maybe Spain scores 2 and makes it 2-1 or something at the end. You need somebody to get a goal to break this game open, though. Skatu just dribbled it out of bounds for a corner. What are you doing? Vamos España. I do like Spain. Ooh. Yamal coming on. These hydration breaks are so dumb. We have hydration breaks in domed, air-conditioned stadiums. It is 4 commercials, Kevin. 100%. Yamal.
Pues bien, creo que necesarios. Quedan solo 20 minutos para terminar el partido y creo que tanto Merino como Lamine pueden aportarle mucho a esta selección que tanto le está faltando defensivamente hablando.
Pareciera que va a jugar por la banda de la izquierda para que Lamine Yamal, a perfil cambiado, actúe donde tan cómodo se siente, por ese sector de la derecha.
Is that where we just top out for the day? Lower high? Still above all the EMAs. No reason for me to take a second short. The only way I would take another short today is something would have to be super obvious within, a breakdown in the structure, news, something. Or if SPX goes up and fills its gap. Otherwise, I'll just sit in my two little runners here with money in my pocket already.
I think IWM looks like a short.
I tried to look up and see because I always have other charts up here on my on my monitor above. I tried to look up at IWM and all I saw was FIFA 26 Fox Live. Ah, damn it. Yeah. IWM held half gap. Now it's rejecting previous day's high though.
Yeah.
Yamal with a shot on goal already.
Ahí está España, decidido a ganar el partido. Marcos Llorente con Rodri. Y Rodri con el brazo para Cucurella, pero ahí está. Nico López rechazando el balón. Lo recupera Labor. Y lo juega ahí con Pedri. Y otra vez Labor que mete centro. No llegó el balón a Merino. Sin embargo, España tiene todo el tiempo el esférico. Lamine Yamal en el área. Parecía estar adelantado.
Tesla's in multiple squeezes right here. Hasn't really moved much today, so it's got a 5, 15, and 30 minutes, so it might get some candles on the back half of the day.
Long Cape Verde. I think you should take profit on Cape Verde. Cape Verde is overextended.
Nvidia kind of looks like a flag.
What the hell is this? Regentis Biomaterials? 500%? What in the... Yeah, not something I would ever trade.
Conseguir un punto ante España es algo brutal.
Triunfo. Imagínate de un debut mundialista. No solo en este mundial, en todos los mundiales es el debut de Cabo Verde y empatarles.
SPX looks like it wants to go fill its gap. Make a new high here in the afternoon. If I just had to guess. But I don't like taking longs when you're up 2% on the day on S&P, 3% on NASDAQ. Just feel like the probabilities, risk reward is not that great in your favor anymore. This is crazy.
Puede ser importante porque si jugamos la gente, un 9 nato, pero es cierto que ahora mismo en el área tenemos tienes una Ferran,
Oh, I just saw this, Lord of Wall Street. So, one, we've never seen an IPO like SpaceX. It's like I would push back on this Lord of Wall Street because I'm not sure like what every time we had such giant IPOs, a big sell-off or crash has followed. My pushback would be that's probably a very small sample size. I'm trying to think of what the biggest IPOs would have been. Facebook was probably one of the biggest ones I remember in 2012, and I don't think there was a crash following that. Alibaba was recently too. It was in the teens somewhere, 2015 maybe, 2016. I can't remember, somewhere in there. That one, I don't believe that there was I think that was the last largest one, and I don't believe there was a huge market pullback then. So like the previous two largest ones that I can think of, there wasn't. And then, I mean, anytime you have a lot of IPOs, so not like a giant IPO, but just a bunch of IPOs in general, IPOs usually happen near market, tops, because they happen when markets are very strong. That's when a lot of companies want to go public into strong, strength of markets. Spain is missing a good striker. You have a lot of things going on with Spain here. So, I mean, Rodri in the middle is playing fine. Is he your classic number 6? Is he your Fabregas or whatever? No, he's not, but he's close enough. He's having a good game. Pedri's having a pretty decent game. But you don't have any, like, true strikers. Like, I mean, you have, a playmaker or two, but you don't have, like, a David Villa or, just somebody just has a nose for scoring goals. Spain is missing that right now. The real problem is you have a tactical team that plays very structurally tactical against a team that is just super athletic and hustles really hard and is playing their Super Bowl. This first game kind of jitters probably for Spain.
IWM puts.
IWM?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm short M2K as well.
15-minute looks solid. Oh, we need a short M2K?
See, the 293s for June 22nd don't look bad. They're cheap. They're at like 222. There's no volume really on a lot of these.
Wow, SpaceX is 184. Up 14.5%. Shout out to our sponsor, Defiance, SPCU. The opening print on this thing was $23.43. It is up 10% from there.
Squeeze Pro. Beardy Fred. On trading view.
What are my thoughts on USA and Mexico? So I follow both. I follow Mexico a little bit. I'm just a little bit more in touch with Mexico than the US overall, but I'm follow both of them pretty close and have for years. Mexico has a solid team. They have a lot of younger players, a lot of like inexperienced players, but they have a solid team, but they're not like, this isn't the year where you like get super excited. I mean, if they win, round of 16 type of game, you expect them to get to the round of 16. If they win that game, that's going to be a big win for them. But the squad itself isn't just like super convincing. You have talented players. You have a couple young, players that are really talented. You are playing together decently, and they have Mexico has like they don't have a problem of like superstars or like whatever. They don't have a diva problem at all right now, which is nice. But there's nobody that's just gonna wow you.
Yeah, Gold looks like a great
anywhere.
short.
The U.S. men's national team, the first half of that was the best first half I've ever seen them play. A couple factors could go into that. One, you're playing at home for the first time in 32 years or whatever. Really, when soccer first kind of got going in the U.S. and back in '94. So, like, you had a ton of emotion, a ton of hype, and adrenaline, and all those things going into the game. The U.S. team is a skilled team. They're more skilled than they've been in the past overall. The defense is very, very weak. The problem is going to be, so what they did that worked well for them was high pressure up the field. And with that high pressure and the players that they have, they were able to if they turned the ball over, they were able to immediately pressure high and take the pressure off of their defense. When they get against better teams, it's going to be very hard for them to have the high pressure.
Afternoon, gents.
What's up, Jordy?
Shit.
What's going on?
Not much.
Still a bull market, right?
Pro. Still a bull market.
Gold is right at pre-market low for gap fill.
IB long was nice today.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, SPCU new high day.
Oh, we longed the first touch of the 5-minute 21 this morning. Ooh.
That was a good spot. I was watching ES. ES looked really good to me to long off of like the 76.10. But I sat here and didn't do anything, and then I shorted right around 900 on NQ. $8.95 was my average, but I sold a little bit more above and then trimmed quickly. So
What's good, Gary?
I don't know. I made money on shorts today on a 3% up day. Go figure. The US can prove a lot to us. I mean, they are going to be able to ride the hype train a little bit. Hopefully, they don't it doesn't have the negative effect, the overhype. The problem is going to be is if you get too hyped up over that one first half, because the second half of the game was a 1-1 game. I was texting the group saying, "Look, our defense is a liability. We're going to give up a goal." Sure enough, we did. They responded to that goal well. They did all the right things overall. I'm worried about the defense, and I'm worried we're not going to be able to high pressure like we did against a good team. And you got to think about who we were playing. So Paraguay is not a terrible team, but Paraguay walking into the Los Angeles Rams stadium, SoFi Stadium, most expensive stadium in the world, into the first U.S. home match on U.S. soil since 32 years ago. The amount of hype, pageantry, everything that they had to walk into, that stadium alone is a daunting thing to look at as a player walking into it, especially if you're not used to playing in big stadiums, which most of their teams not.
Just got my first trim on M2K for the short.
Yeah. IB low.
I'm not sure if the IW inputs are moving as much.
I think you got to lose this spot right now, and they might.
And they're up a little bit, but I like the futures. I had an order at 299 7.5 from 3,000.
Jordy, did you take any trades?
I did. I took the IB long.
Nice.
I didn't have much size on, but
It just didn't convince me that it wasn't going to pull back a little bit more. I knew it wasn't a short. At least that was my read. Was like, don't short it, but I didn't love the long either. So I just sat and patiently waited.
that's all right. Yeah. We kept holding intraday VWAP. We had divergence at lows. We were holding order flow. I was like, I'm getting long. It's a nice short though.
The other thing, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, really haven't gone anywhere since this morning. Since lunch. Maybe we'll see. We're coming out of the kind of second lunch hour is what I call it. Get the New York lunch, then like the Chicago lunch. We haven't heard much news. I just heard one like right now. It's the first one I've heard in a while. It's a classic day where most of the
Ooh,
most of
you
them
can
happen
cover a little bit
overnight.
more of that M2K, baby. IWM. Ooh. There we go.
That's a nice looking move here on IWM.
Dude, yeah, look at the 5 minute. What didn't even do it justice? The 10 and 15. Ooh,
That's what I was on the
gosh.
15.
I looked at the 10 minute the first time. That second, that 10 minute candle closed, because you're going to see the upper wicks prior, and then there's like a gravestone kind of freaking doji. And then there's another 10 minute like long upper wick that, yeah. And then, yeah, that when that candle, that one closed right there, yeah, out fucking short.
That's why I looked
There
at
we
the
go.
15 and I saw the same
Ooh.
thing.
All right,
You
I'm going
had-
to cover there. Get some trims. Come on, baby. All right. More. I don't think my IWM puts are up enough for me to trim yet. All right, 299.50, Phil. I haven't traded M2K in a minute. When's the last time I freaking called this out? Oh my god.
This will be absolutely criminal if Spain find a goal here at the end. This 15 minute though. So what I liked the most here was like it was weak all morning. And right here you had the upper wick. Here, let me draw it here. The upper wick was on previous day's high. It pushed down, it came back up, and then you had two more. You had that gravestone one on the 15 you were talking about, and the next one you rejected the same spot and got a full body candle closure lower right here.
Yo, is that blue line previous day high?
No, the red one is.
The red one is?
Blue,
all right, now go
the
to your
blue one is a fib extension I've had for a long time.
Gotcha. Now go to your 30 minute.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, look at that candlestick setup that closed underneath of it, and those previous ones all rejected it on the 5, 10, 15, 30 after that evening star formed. Damn.
Yeah. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Spot SPY and Q is still holding. They're not really getting any follow through. If SPY and Qs start to sell off, I mean, that'll tell me more. Qs looks good though.
Una pérdida inesperada de Kevin, al final creo que un jugador que no tiene el balón, pero bastante
God, Evan is the ultimate fade on any bet.
Why is that?
Dude, Evan came on here on the stream saying he was betting like 4 goals plus.
Oh
He
boy.
said Spain's gonna score at least 5, 6. They're gonna do the same thing, and I pushed back on him. Chat knows I pushed back on him. I don't know, man. Just because Germany did it, I don't know that that happens. The ultimate fade. Come on, 2 minutes. Come on. I swear, if they score, I will lose my mind.
SPY, there you go. Q's not so much. Definitely SPY though. And ES.
Why are you just shooting? No.
Bust it down, Tatiana.
Try to take it in and score.
I kind of want to be greedy and go short over here too.
How do you see the rest of the week? Hold on, give me 1 minute. Let me see the end of this match real fast. I'm sitting in short. I still have 2 MNQ shorts. I'm looking for like 802 at IB high.
Bust it. We're gonna fall to VWAP here on SPY. Come on.
Oh no.
So
I like Spain, but I don't want them to win this game.
salad.
Oh no, they have a corner. There it is. Game's over. Spain 0, Cabo Verde 0. All right, let me answer this question here from David for the rest of the week. So you have a huge gap up day today. I mean, everything to me points higher, but that doesn't mean that it can't like come back, fill in this a little bit. So, I mean, I'm just be taking it day by day. I mean, you're watching for the daily moving averages to maybe catch back up. Maybe we go sideways for a day or two. Wednesday is the FOMC meeting, so that could be interesting. There'd be increased volatility maybe around that first Fed chair meeting with our first meeting with the new Fed chair. So we're back where I thought we should be. Now the question is what happens the next couple days? I do not know that answer. But my overall look could still be up. So it'd still be maybe look to buy dips down here. There is a scenario where you could just reject here and go back down, but that's not my
SPY.
base case. Oh yes. Are we pulling in? Oh
Yeah.
buddy.
Come on. If we can break this spot, flush it down to VWAP on SPY.
Give me a 802. 802 on the NQs. Oh, this is the one level though that I have. The MVP of that was the goalie. He's 40 years old too.
Mm, 15-minute QQQ, 30 seconds. That's short. If it can bust and close underneath that, lower high, evening star, come on. Next 15 minutes, just slow fade lower. Come on. Print the signal. Nah, don't hold the 9. Push it. 3, 2, 1. There's a signal. They closed on the 15-minute 9 again, but there is a signal. Come on. Let's just go ahead and get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid. Even if they do an initial little small bounce here, just push it back down, flip it red. Come on, baby. Go
Break
spy.
it.
Come on. Ready, spy? Go. Go. VWAP. Go. Fucking go. Yes. Keep it going. Yeah.
I think Spain will be fine. That was a classic trap game to start a tournament.
There you go, IWM. Yeah. Yeah.
Crush it.
Oh, yes. There you go. Oh, QQQ. Look at that 15-minute. Ah. Come on, Spy. It's almost at VWAP.
Yeah,
There
intraday
we go.
VWAP about to get hit on ES. That's like the first tap since
There we go.
10:30 this morning. So nice spot to be covering.
You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, I just got my
Shh,
first
shh, shh.
trim on the IWM puts as well. Oh. See it. It filled me at 245. Almost at equal lows. And then gap fills just underneath of it. Go. Yeah. All right, 2 left on M2K. gosh, 5-minute evening star at the high, 15-minute lower high evening star to take you to that equal low at 1 o'clock. Beautiful. Just watch the bouncy here. That was a nice short. If this spot flushes or breaks on cues, you can get a nice flush down to 742, like 15 area. SPY will hit 5-minute VWAP. IWM will make a new low of day.
Yeah.
Israel is speaking right now. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. Netanyahu. He says, was Financial Juice, Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu, with or without a deal, Iran will not have nuclear weapons. Bust it down, baby. Come on.
Power hour, we're going to get Belgium and Egypt.
The 205. This one, QQQ, split screen on WM. There we go. Nice. There's your bouncy after the Trimsky.
$15 minutes trying to hold right here.
Mm-hmm. Is that 1 p.m. low on Q, same bounce spot. Want to see a back test of 743.50 on Qs. Your 921 EMAs right there as well. Reject, stay underneath that. Would look good. At least come back down, test this low again. Maybe third time's the charm to take it out. Move a little bit lower.
What are we late on, Mikey? You knew what 5 minutes ago? Mikey, what did you know 5 minutes ago? No idea what you're talking about. I'm so confused. God. Evan just straight up bet He bet there would be like at least over 3 goals or something, 4 goals on the match. I was telling him I didn't like it. He literally bet that, and a 40-year-old guy from Cape Verde who plays in the second division of Portugal just shut out Spain. Oh, it's so classic. What you want him to do is like take like Egypt. Watch. I'm not going to say anything to Evan. Hopefully he's not watching right now. What you really want is Evan to be like, "Oh, Mo Salah plays for Egypt. I'm going to put money on Egypt, and then Belgium's going to win." That's what you really want to happen, Onor. Jordanovic, did you score any goals today? I love that name. Actually.
Uno long to IB high. I came in short bias because we were tapping into a 4-hour gap, but we opened up and blew through that. So I was like, well, not going to be able to play that. And I just waited. IB formed. We were holding New York session VWAP. We were holding, it's either a 5 or a 15-minute gap that I had. And yeah, we had a nice like little change in the state. I took it to the high. Basically, IB high after breaking the high today had a 81.82% chance we would go through the 0.3 extension on MES. So I took it to the 0.2. I think I left a runner for 0.3. Where is this? 565. What was the 0.3 extension? Put it back on. Yeah, 0.3 extension was 565. So ended up taking it there, but we ended up filling almost all the extensions. I know Emp uses the 1 and the 0.5. It looks like we hit those. So 0.5 had a 54% chance of hitting today. Not what I wanted though initially. And I played it lighter size because I wasn't super sure, to be honest. I wanted the short. There was a nice short though, towards the kind of back half of the day here. Like we finally, I don't know if Tommy's in the chat, but Tommy, first change in the state to the downside today on a 5-minute or a 1-minute, but the 5-minute was cleaner on ES. We had SMT at the highs. First,
Jordan, you should post
series
that.
of up close candles got closed below. What's that?
You should make a post about those stats.
Oh yeah. I think I did one today of both of them. Yeah. If you go to my personal today, you can see I posted the stats for the normal like IB by rejection. So we had a 74% chance of taking out the high because the low formed first. But then with that, right? Most of the time when we're playing IB, we're going to target IB high or IB low. But instead, if you go to the IB extension indicator that Edgeful has and you customize it yourself and put in the 0.1, the 0.2, and the 0.3 is what I use the most, you can actually go to Edgeful and get the initial balance breakout data. And it shows you specific, you can do it specific for the day of the week, and whether or not we're like breaking out or breaking to the downside. And it gives you the stats on which levels, which extensions will hit, which is really good. Yeah, so you have it up there. That's beautiful. That's on ES. So that's on all days. If you go to customize report and you go to what is it? Just specifically Mondays, it'll show you the stats for today, which is nice. I like to do that every day.
Yeah, right here.
Very bottom. Yep. So yeah, that's something I look at every day. Don't necessarily play that play every day. Sometimes I'm already done by the time that's playing out, but that's a great, some great stats to use, I think. Some of my favorites. And I know those extensions are smaller. They're not like a 0.5 or a 1, but that's why they have such high chances of hitting. And it gives you a few extra points if you're already targeting IB high. You have a 90% chance of hitting the 0.1. Might as well throw some orders at the 0.1, right? That's the way I see it. About to get another change in the state right here. Yeah, that change in the state to the downside was good. I was just already done, but if you played that, we had standard deviation. Very nice.
Ooh, volume on that too. American Express. Ooh. Fired a daily squeeze. Hitting that same resistance. All right, that was 7.5 points on
Screen rugged.
M2K, RTY. Down near those equal lows. I'm going to stop up. Oh, amp just all rug.
Oh, is he full rug? I didn't realize.
He's full rugged.
I saw his screen go. He'll be back, I'm sure. Can someone explain why IB high and low is important? It's just the first hour high and low that gets created every morning. So, hold on. Generally, the first hour creates that range, right, where we make a high and low. And those highs and lows have really good statistics around them. It's as simple as that. Pretty much every single day, we have about a 96-97% chance of breaking IB high or low on every single given day. So it's very rare that we would create that hourly opening range and never trade past it at all, right? So using those statistics, we can use those in our favor. And then there's extra statistics around that based on whether we break out, how far we can go, or whether we break down, how far we can go, or whether or not, like, for instance, data we use all the time is IB by rejection. And that tells us, like this morning, the IB low formed first. So when 1030 hits, we look at IB and it's like, okay, Well, if IB low formed first and the high formed second, we expect the high to get taken first. And any further than that, I really don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just the statistics around them, and the statistics are really good. It's about 70-something% chance that we follow that. If we take out the low, we should, or if we form the low first, we should take out the high, and vice versa. What time do you use for IB? It's just the first hour, literally. 9:30 market open to 10:30. Whatever the high and the low is of that hourly range is your IB high and low.
I just can't get over Evan jinxed an entire country.
Goodness.
Bro, Cabo Verde has 500,000 people in the entire country. These little tiny islands off of like Senegal's coast. And Spain has like 3.5 million people in Madrid alone.
Hope that makes sense, Shiv. Long story short, just pretty high probable levels that we trade around every day. EMP does a really good job at using them.
That's one thing, like whenever I'm looking for extensions, especially whenever I'm looking for extensions and it's like all-time highs or like there's not a whole lot of price action to go off of. That's how I set my targets. I either look for some type of Fibonacci extension or I look for the IB extension. These IB extension targets for the last 2 months have been absolute just killer.
They're money. And you use the bigger ones. Like I go really conservative with it, and I use like the 0.1s and the 0.2s because they have such a high chance of getting hit. But even you using the like 0.5s and the ones, they're killer. You match them up with your higher time frame levels, your previous day highs, and all that. It works really well.
Look at here's let me zoom in on this. Here's a 5-minute on ES. Here's the one full IB extension. Look at this.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And then if I go to NQ, right there at the 0.5 was the top. And it also lined up when I went and lined up NDX and the gap fill. It basically lined up exactly with the 0.5 extension. That's why I shorted up there. We had the candle pattern 5-minute QC special over here that confirmed it. I've literally been short ever since. Stop at break even on 2 runners. Evan did jinx a lot of people. He jinxed Spain. And Mikey, I think you're behind the stream. I think you need to click and make sure that you're caught up to live. Because I'm watching, I have 2 feeds of the game in front of my face. And one of them is faster than pretty much anything. I notoriously have the fastest streams, typically. Dude, I don't know what it is about the US that take forever. Actually, if you guys are on YouTube TV, little pro tip. If you're on YouTube TV, you go to the 4K broadcast instead of the like instead of going to Fox or whatever, you go to the 4K broadcast, it's faster. Where do you expect it to end up after the short? I'm just hoping I get one more trim at IB high. 802 is where I've set my thing. 800 was IB high. 802 is where I have my trim set. And then that last one, if we somehow make it back to like 8 or 752, whatever. I don't care. I've already locked in the profit, but I'm not going to try add any shorts, really. Yeah, I guess you technically could if you wanted to. ES does kind of look like maybe it wants to come back down to IB high or VWAP. NQ is still fairly strong, but maybe it rolls over the next couple hours. I'll be right back.
Watch this QQQ make an evening star right here on this trend line.
I know. As soon as I stand up, it looks like it.
Look at it rejecting it. Trend line.
Got to get under this outer VWAP band right here.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half left. Dude, Marvell is nonstop. Anyone want to swing Marvell calls with me? Anyone just want to swing Marvell? Like, just fucking... Just let it keep going? Yeah, like, I think... That's going to be my next one here. I do have to leave. It's already up 10% today, but be fine. See if there's any flow. See if we got some flair. Dun, dun, dun. Marvell $350 calls. They're expensive. Just came in about 25 minutes ago. Someone bought 1,000 contracts at $1,300. Then ARM, yeah, ARM's actually printing a buy signal right now on the 4-hour. I mean, the daily on that one does look explosive too. Can you just buy like January 2027 calls like every week and just let it go? You're in 320s, 618. I like it. Let me see. You got more bullish flow today on Marvell than you do ARM. Here's those 350s, 400s for 717 at 9 were bought this morning. Yeah. See. Don't want to go to 717. Too pricey. For July 2nd, you have volume on 340s, 350s, 400s, and 480s. That's about it. $350s around $1,500. 400s are not bad. They're at $680. Those 480s are stupid far out of the money. Those are $250. It's not bad. Back test your 5-minute EMAs and a little lower high trend line on IWM as well. I want to see that continue to reject. I do got a bounce here in a second.
Oh, are we still trying to roll over a little bit?
Yeah, it did print that evening star right there, closed underneath EMAs. Let's just go knock on this door for the 3rd time and see if it can bust it down, Tatiana. Sniper bot said short at 854. I'm telling you right now, when we go trade live, that's all I'm going to be doing. We're going to be looking for evening stars, morning stars, off these highs and lows, trend lines. Just keep it simple. Bust it down, Tatiana. Oh.
Please, 40 points lower. When do you think NQ will fill the gap?
Fuck no.
No idea. Said when, not will it.
Oh, when? Maybe like 2028.
I mean, maybe on, I don't know, if you have like a little pullback day tomorrow and then Wednesday's volatile enough, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of gaps. So like, there's a lot of gaps down here that have never been filled.
2, 1. Ah, there it is. Come on, fucking bust it. All right, how many points is that? Same spot again. That's 30 points, 32 points to be exact. From the evening star right there for the signal. Just tapped into the same spot again. SPY is still going though. SPY is about to hit VWAP.
Julie's asking what prop account size most speakers use for like 5 to 10 lots. So I trade 100K or 150K mostly, but I trade M and Q. So like I'm, sometimes 6, sometimes 9, sometimes 12, 15. Just all depends on the scenario for how much I use. But I do use 100K accounts only. 100K on Lucid is what I have, and 150K on Top Step.
I like 50s and 100s.
Big old bounce again.
Mm-hmm.
My personal account, I usually do kind of the same 3 to 6 somewhere in there. Macros. Every once in a while, a little bit heavier depending on the scenario.
Just tapped into VWAP.
What is it? New York VWAP?
Yeah, anchored from the open. Overnight's all the way down at 542.
Mine's lower. 784. Are you on ES?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was looking at NQ.
You know what's not super bouncy right now?
IWM.
IWA.
Yeah, weak all day, man.
Dude, go into this freaking gap and let me trim out some more. Oh my goodness. Looking to swing these Marvell $400 calls for July 2nd. They're around $700. Mid price right now is at $690, $695. I do have to bounce.
Yeah, this Amazon 5-minute chart is gross. Look at this.
Dude, it's completely sideways. That squeeze been there all morning. All right. Just entered into 2 new trades on MRVL. I do have to bounce. Great day overall. I got to stop in profit on M2K. Still looking to take another trim on IWM before I put my stop at entry. Just looking for a new low of day to enter into that gap. But great day, guys. Nice Monday. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Taco Tuesday.
We'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Later, guys.
Late.
I'm going to go grab another stack because I'm still hungry.
Sounds
22
good.
minutes until Belgium, Egypt, which is also power hour.
Power hour. Bounce off VWAP. See if they hold that. Oh. 23% chance that Strait of Hormuz traffic returns to normal by end of June. Less than a month ago, that was at like 62%.
Oh, choppy. If you're wondering why I'm just sitting here not doing much, because there's not much to do. I wouldn't be surprised to go see us test Hive Day again. Pretty good quote here, Banana. Have a good lunch. What happened, Newton? Am I missing the UFC got me moving slow? You had a good time watching UFC last night? You haven't missed much. Opened up, consolidated a little, ripped, and I've just been chilling up here. Did Gaethje win? I have no idea what happened in the UFC last night. Where are they playing? Seattle? This is Egypt, Belgium, Seattle. "13 minutes, huh?" My space stocks move inverse to. I wouldn't say the space stocks. They're kind of doing their own thing, and this SpaceX is, in my opinion, a much bigger piece of what they're doing. I mean, so when you use the word defensive in the stock market, you have to be careful because some people will say things are like defensive positioning, which is more of like your staples, like your Coca-Colas, your Pepsis, more of your safety plays. And then there's defense, like defense industry, which can kind of move in its own thing, right? A lot of defense stocks already ran, last year into this year. Most of them have been pulling back and cooling off. RTX, nice little base push back up here. Lockheed Martin. Let me see. Just under the 200-day. Rejected a 50-day coming down, but New Age defense is going to be very interesting, I think. Where'd my screen go? But I would go even beyond that and say, I would say be very. The screen should pop right back up here. There you go. Is it back?
No.
Uh-oh. Let's try that again. But what I would say is like the space is its own thematic basket right now. Why is this not working?
Yeah, it's just a gray screen. And it pops back.
There we go. And yeah, it's almost all government contracts. But what I was saying about defense is like the space. I think space is kind of its own industry. The SpaceX thing is probably, I think, going to cause a pullback. That's just been my thought process. But we'll see. Let me catch back up on the chat here, guys. I had my screen wasn't loading. What's up, Alan? I just saw your message in there. MU, yeah, MU, squeezing. Yeah, Soxel's up. I don't know when the Anduril IPO will be. No idea. But yeah, Neo Defense is one thing. So Nico, like, so Ondas, Anduril, Kraken, some of the like Redwire or Arcat. I think some of those would be in that category. Belgium's national anthem. That's what I'm bullish right now. This has been a great day to take one trade, watch soccer. Made a decent amount of money on that one trade. Still in it. Some of my favorite days are the days where I sit here and literally take one trade that works out beautifully, and I don't have
The best.
I don't have anything else. Like some days, like market's hot, it's hitting different levels here to here. Something changes midday, like blah blah blah. You could take 4 or 5 trades, have a massive day. But sometimes these days, like today, where I sat here for 3 hours this morning, didn't take a trade, entered my first trade at right around 12:30 market time, trimmed out most of it within the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then that's been the high of days so far. So I'm just sitting in a couple runners in case we want to trail back down. And I know some people took some W's in the longs this morning. This would have been a nice buy here, or if you bought in on the IB break and kind of hold right here. I like Belgium in this game a lot. It's kind of crazy that we've been just trading in I guess it's been a decent size range, but basically a 50-point range the last 2 hours. Going into power hour. Rugged. I can't even like put on a new trade in good faith here. Can put in a new one of these though, Jordy. Seep.
Oh yeah. This bull run hasn't ruined the market, bro. They probably thought that in the .com era and back in the day, and now we look at the .com era like it's a freaking Asia session. I don't believe that one bit. Where does Rizzo vacation? It's a good question, Boris.
Can we do something?
I don't really have much.
What the hell is this? HQ?
Dang.
I swear, Cameron finds some of the weirdest. He found some really great obscure tickers, and then some of these I'm like, what the hell?
That thing is insane today.
What was the other one somebody sent me earlier? Somebody sent me what was it? Regentix RGNT was this one? Yeah. 600 and something %. So dumb.
What in the world? $1 to $10 to 15 it hit. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gotta admire the moves.
God, can we just drop this 50 points one time?
Aerotine International, cutting edge, high tech firm. The only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more.
Bro, the group chats for the World Cup are going crazy.
con nuestro México querido. La pelota tocando. Mañana haremos el viaje para estar en Dallas, Texas, para ese gran partido entre Inglaterra y Croacia. La pelota que juega por la banda. El equipo de Egipto. Acá con el Fadú. Tiempo de medio. Atención que viene Ashur. Ashur regresa para el Fadú. Acá sobre la banda de la izquierda. Contra dos en la marca. No encontró espacio. Tuvo que regresar sobre la G. Apoyo para el ahí. Regresa sobre Mohamed Dashi. Buena posición para
Are you short again? No, I'm not short.
I've been short since the high of day. Izzy, what are you doing? You haven't watched any World Cup? We're on like day 5? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'll
Yeah,
be right
day
back.
5. So Trump did it. He was giving Iran 3x more money than Obama did. That's my hero. I have no idea. I don't know where the 3x thing came from. It's like unfreezing assets or something. Is that the comparison you're making? Yeah, I don't. Oof. Ooh, he scuffed it. Yeah, World Cup takes precedent for me over everything. I didn't even watch Game 5. Didn't care about Stanley Cup. Didn't watch UFC at all. And look, I like watching NBA Finals. I like watching UFC. I even don't mind watching Stanley Cup Finals. But when there's something better on, the World Cup, the absolute pinnacle of sports. Yeah. I don't know. I'll wait until whatever all the full details come out. This thing's actually signed in Geneva, whatever, and then we'll kind of look at some of it. But I don't really care. I don't get hurting the feelings of millions of them. Look, I watch all that stuff any other time. I just don't. I'm not going to put that over the World Cup. The World Cup's once every 4 years for one. Oh, holy guacamole! They go buy that Porsche. Look, they even added these hydration breaks so Americans can go take a leak and grab a beer at the end of the first and third quarter. That cracked me up. I was watching, I think it was Friday night. I think it was the USA game, but I was watching it with Spanish commentary, and the Spanish commentators were like, well, that's the end of the third quarter as they go into the hydration break here. Fourth quarter to start shortly. Think you're gonna visit Mexico City? Mexico City is a great place. Wild place, but great place. Very interesting. Oh, give him my card, sir. We literally haven't gone anywhere. I sold you. I didn't even try to sell you. That was pretty easy. Mexico City has literally everything. Everything you can imagine. This place is massive. Every culture, everything. Oh. Another yellow card. A little feisty. I like it. Michael, what proof do you have that the deal is going to fall apart? And you said
Yeah, that's very speculative.
If you longed oil, you just now got to break even.
That's if you got futures open. If If you bought it Friday, you're cooked.
No, he said he bought it last night.
Mm.
The blind bias both directions has gotten a lot of people crushed in this market. Last year and again this year. Courtois. I mean, oil at the bottom of the range at 80. It's expected bounce. Anybody that was short is going to be taking some profit here. This was one of my main targets when I was saying short this thing when it was at 97, when it was at 93, when it was at 90. Who said the deal? Oh, just Brent, just somebody in the YouTube just chat. But once again, friendly reminder, try your hardest. Try your hardest to take bias out and emotions, especially political emotions, out of everything. Just have to see stuff for what it is on the surface. The U.S. Air Force B-52 Stratofortress crashed shortly after takeoff at Edwards Airfield this morning.
Damn.
That's an expensive crash.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
We've literally gone nowhere, which is kind of what I expected and kind of best case scenario for a World Cup fan. Edwards Air Force Base is... I don't think it's close to Ojai, is it? You're too close to the coast for that to be close to you. It's like on the other side. Isn't it like by Bakersfield? Like north of Los Angeles? I don't think it's near... I don't think anything's near Ojai.
Wait, what are we asking about? What place, sir?
Kevin said is Edwards Air Force Base, is it close to Ojai? I don't think... I think it's like close. I think it's like north of LA, like closer to Bakersfield, if I remember correctly.
It's 83 miles from me.
Well,
Yeah, it's like I'm more west. That's like directly north from LA, straight past Lancaster and all that. But it's not that far of a drive. It's like a 2-hour drive. I'm more west on the coast. So I'm more act like you're going to where they do the SpaceX launches in Lompoc.
Oh my God, goal.
I'm more towards that area.
Golazo.
Bakersfield, Lancaster. Horrible area. Zombie desert land, yeah. Well, you guys know GTA 5? You guys remember where Trevor lives in GTA 5? He lives in like bumfuck nowhere. That's basically that place in real life. Pretty much.
I gotta watch the replay of this goal. Oof. By himself on top of the arc. Nice finish.
Wow, what a chop fest. Might be choppy into FOMC as well. We got no real data tomorrow. U.S. housing starts at 8:30. 20-year bond auction. None of that shit really matters. No earnings. Might be chop again tomorrow. Worst place in California.
Come on, drop. Yeah, time to buy some Belgium. Belgium plus 125. Thai is plus 235. Come on, break the range. Break it down. Any of you guys watching this game? That was a sick goal. That was a nice goal there. Look at that. You guys came for stock market. You got a winning trade. Called the action pretty nicely. And now we got soccer updates. What more could you want? Look, you can get Thai at plus 230 right now and Belgium at plus 135 odds. Yeah, into the first quarter. Michael Burry buying Fiserv. Still holding the same range lows over and over and over. Oil did make a new high of day there, still down 4.5%. IWM, Casey's trade's still playing out. That one has been fading, and I noticed like the ADD has been fading all day. We're not getting much of a pullback, but big selling overall in the last little bit, even though price hasn't pulled back that far in the indices. Everything's just kind of fading. Fading or not moving. SpaceX will pull out. Is it time to buy the dip on SPCQ? It's crazy that 2x leverage that came out today from Defiance, shout out, sponsor of today's show. 23% range on a 2x leverage. If you just blindly bought it, the opening price, you're still up 8%. I think we can expect, at least until Wednesday, I think we can expect a lot of this. A lot of shot. Tomorrow might be worse than today. Maybe you get a little pullback action to help you, but. Oh! De Bruyne. I've been in this trade forever. There we go. Break it. Come on, come on. I want to hear order field. No. Just when it looked like it was going to finally do it. I'm still in the same short that I took at 12:20 to 12:30. 3 hours. Been sitting in this trade for 3 hours. Yeah, big shout out. Press the like button. Drop a like on the stream. Appreciate everyone being here, hanging out. Even on a slow day. Still over 300 of you guys hanging out with us. Sometimes we just keep each other company. Just in case something happens. Also, hit that notification bell, guys. That does help push out the algo. If you have notifications turned on, you're going to get one notification whenever the market opens and I go live. That's it. Apparently, Boeing's seeing a little activity on that B-52 crash. Him's new high day. Okay. Do you feel our yeah. Well, one, I know there's a bunch of eyes, watching or at least listening in. I know several people listen to the stream and go about their day, doing other work, whatever, listening for updates. So I try to give out updates throughout the day. But yeah. And then, you guys in here talking in the chat definitely makes my day better. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Should be a yellow card. ES is still falling. This divergence.
Let's go options grower. Becoming a member. Shout out. That's 20 minutes left.
Big shout out, Options Grower. Been around for quite some time. Officially becoming a Wolfpack member. Bitcoin hitting the resistance. Exactly. Oh, one more. Oh. Oh. Nice build-up play. Good defending. Guys, you hear me getting excited this afternoon, it's going to be soccer related. It's not going to be. This is the exact spot Bitcoin should reject. Either here or it's back to 68. 68, 800, 69. Boy, we've done nothing this afternoon. ES did pull down a little bit harder. Basically, first hour high, 30-minute orb high. Why are they holding here? I'll tell you. Go look at SPY. Bet there's an FP level like right here. Yep. Right there. Oh, we got another Wolfpack member. I gotta download a howl sound. Let's go, Janice. Appreciate you. Appreciate you supporting. We're also on NDX. Why are we holding? It's you go look left. This area. Here. Let me zoom in over here. This area is all of these highs from Thursday the 4th and a bunch of like lows and price action throughout that entire first week of June. Plus, like, just naturally kind of within your scope of how markets work, right? Anybody that was long or got long, and they got to a spot, a gap fill where they probably took some profits, but gap up, good news, those kind of things, you don't really have a whole lot of reason to sell. And your buyers are going to look at this going, that's up 3% on the day. This isn't the most opportune time to go buy. If you're not in, you kind of missed it. You need it to, either reset, consolidate, trade around in this area for a little bit. I expect some chop into the FOMC. I don't know how much we're going to get there. I think there will be extra volatility because of the unknown factor. So Kevin Warsh first meeting, it's the unknown factor. You don't know how to take him at his words yet. People may react in different ways. Once you have Jerome Powell for multiple years, you get pretty good at reading what he's going to say, what he means when he says stuff. But when somebody's new, you just don't know exactly how they're gonna act, how they're gonna word things, how the market's gonna take things. If people are a little bit skittish over maybe some of his commentary, does he say anything? Does he lay out anything that may be like a peek into how he plans to govern? How much does it change? There's those factors in there, but beyond that, it's a panel of voting, members, right? He's just the chair. So I think there will be increased volatility on Wednesday with the FOMC, but I don't think there's anything too crazy out of the ordinary. We are trying to figure out what inflation is going to look like, what they may or may not do with the oil prices that have been up here for quite a while, which are now finally tapering off. So do we get some dovishness? I don't know. With Warsh, the other big thing that a lot of people are watching is balance sheet. What does the balance sheet look like? He had some notorious comments back in his first stint as a governor or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Paper put a video out. Yeah, we'll have to watch what Paper has, read and looked into that. But yeah, my condensed thoughts are: you're going to try to find out what he's going to say. Does he say anything that kind of foreshadows what's his overall tone, and how does the market start, reacting to him? It's been a pretty good first half. Kind of a pretty chippy game. Not much possession by either team. "15 minutes. Can we do anything? Probably not." Really didn't even get that many headlines this afternoon. Getting to the point of the day where I might just go ahead and take off one of my other runners. Oh! I'm glad I have not tried to touch this thing all afternoon.
Who the fuck is Paper? What kind of name is that? Is he a fatty? Nah, but his pockets are fat, that's for sure. That would be a correct statement for his pockets. Paper's the goat.
Is it a good idea to swing long in Q into tomorrow for new all-time high? You could swing long if you're like, I wouldn't hate it if you had like a Rizzo style approach and you looked for a dip buy somewhere tonight. When you gap up this hard and have a 3% up day, like, could you get follow through? Yes, but what are you going to risk to be able to get that? I mean, you could pull back to anywhere. You pull back to 720 to that morning consolidation, opening print type of thing, that opening drive. You pull back to 500 something, or you just keep going. Billy the Kid, appreciate you coming by. Live here all day, every day. There's MOC. I have no idea what the MOC is. I don't have it pulled up.
I'll get it.
I'm going to go ahead and take one of my other two left off right here.
Whoa, S&P 3 bill. Is that 3 billion? 3 billion to the buy side, or sell side. Sorry, 3 billion to the sell side. Nasdaq 2.1 billion to the sell side. Sell side. That's a decently large
Buy side.
MSC compared to what we've had.
Did you say sell side or buy side?
Sell side 3 billion.
3 billion sell side.
Yeah, Nasdaq 2.1.
I don't know. I took off that last runner, and if we can get 800, then we'll be happy. Sí se puede. What is MOC telling me? Just telling me there's a lot more sell orders than buy orders today. Oh, now it's halftime.
Bro, have you seen that monthly candle? Seen that monthly wick?
On what?
Yes. I mean, the NQ monthly candle on the futures is green now.
Oh, well, yeah.
Not green on ES yet.
ES was about to hit VWAP today for the first time since 8 p.m. last night. But just like in today's case, it's interesting that there's more selling than buying here at the close, but is that people trying to get out of positions? Is that people that were in positions? I don't know. Monthly candle, I guess we are at the midpoint of the month. Still super early for me to look at a monthly. Come on, finish the move. They just can't do it, huh? Come on, I want 100 points. So the first sell order I placed was 4 hours ago. Oh, give it to me. Give it to me. Yes, is testing VWAP. Sorry, they'll just bounce it here. Dadgummit. Evan said Belgium 4, Egypt 2. We're cooked. Oh, come on. Come on. Flush it. One little flash. Reports of sources close to IRGC saying they will. This is not my news headline. This is what I'm reading in the chat. They will use 24 billion from the deal to take another straight and play the same games. That doesn't even make sense. And I question what source that came from. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm not saying that we're being reported by anybody. Oh, they're ripping it. There you go. Ring the bell.
What a day.
Back like we never left.
Oh,
All right. Well, time for me to just hit the exit all button.
yep. Exit all, flatten all.
Cancel all.
Lock the accounts.
Whew.
Well, gents, it's the start to the short week.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get ready to watch the second half. I've got some spaces coming up later today.
Yes, sir. Great day.
See you guys in the morning.
See you,
then,
Frankie. See if we get more chop tomorrow, but we'll be here for it either way. If you're new, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want to help support us, just hit that notification bell. We only go live once a day, right at the open, but it does help the algorithm. Appreciate all of you being here. Big shout out to the whole Wolfpack being here. Shout out to Defiance. SpaceX 2x leveraged ETFs went live today. 2x long SPCU and the short version SPCQ as well. Both of those went live today. You don't have to deal with the options, all that stuff, but want to shout out Defiance. Appreciate them sponsoring this. Make sure you go to defianceetfs.com, read all the disclosures, prospectus, all that good stuff. Make sure you know what you're doing. There is risk involved with any leveraged product, of course, including the possibility of loss of your entire investment in a single day. But the SPCU 6 daily investment results equal to 200% of the daily performance of SpaceX regular stock. 2x daily exposure. Also, 2x on the short side with SPCQ. Big shout out to them. We appreciate them sponsoring this live free stream all day, every day. Shout out to all you guys being here. Shout out to Jordy running spaces this morning and Sladding over here, hanging out with us this afternoon. A lot of hanging out today, not much trading. I took one trade.
I got some other
One
stuff
trade today.
done around the house as well, but a great day regardless. We always have a good one. Always a good time with the crew.
All right. Well, I'm going to get me a snack and watch the second half. Get ready for some spaces this evening and see you guys in the morning.